What's going on, everybody? Israel Galindo here from Metalore, here at CES 2023 at Metareverse Square. Today we're going to be looking at the new technology that is out for AR, VR, and all Oculus type products, or Oculus alternative type products. So stay tuned, we're going to be showing you a great day. We're going to be going to all the booths today, especially the ones that have to do with our Metaverse technology and Metaverse worlds, and the new digitally enhanced technology that we're seeing by all the big vendors and all the alternative products that are also having to do with haptics, sensor, motion, etc. So we're going to be kind of giving you a quick tour while we're here. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to MetaQ Mondays on Metalore, your #1 resource for the entire week's worth of VR news. I was recently a guest at the Las Vegas 2023 Consumer Electronics Show, that's CES for you all out there, basically where almost every cutting-edge technology firm shows off their newest cutting-edge electronics. Metaverse Square was the place to be, and VR made a huge presence, from HTC, that's Vive's newest HR Elite, to shiftall, to Somnium VR1 and pimax, showcasing their Portal and Crystal VR devices. Now, this is why we were there, because we wanted to bring it to you live. And if you haven't watched that Instagram live stream that we also put on YouTube, check that out. That will show you all the booths and everything we've got in store for you today. But today we are definitely focusing on the new VR XR technology that really has brought up some new players and some old players, bringing at you the new VR headsets out there. This year was actually really an awesome CES for our industry, again, VR, virtual reality, and I'm glad I was able to show it off, so let's go. Okay, so let's start with the Somnium VR1. Now, this very expensive high-end VR headset happened to be encased in glass, shown to a few people, basically showing you it was a very expensive high-grade resolution device, but it equipped you with a full 180 field of view, 8K resolution, and a high-grade hardware for even military clients. Now, these specs did include a CPU Qualcomm XR2, 8 gigs of RAM, LPDDR5, 512 gigabytes of UFS, Wi-Fi 6E, display 2x 3.2-inch 288 fast LCD. Also, it had a horizon FOV of 120 and vertical of 100 degrees. Now, another thing it had a wireless PC VR stream, which we really need that. Obviously, we are tethered to a lot of our PCs. Now, this is including a wireless PC VR streaming experience for all of us out there. It's Android open source 11 platform, allowing you to really give that full range of whatever platform you're trying to connect it to and whatever you're trying to develop, as well as an external battery pack using USB-C swappable, so you can swap batteries in the back of the headset. The main cherry on top on this one was the open source, meaning any project had no restrictions on what you can do and develop on it, allowing anybody to use it in any type of industry. We hope it prevails, because that would be really, really cool to have, especially in our industry of different types of devices. So what's the price point on this one? The starting price on this is $2,000 US. That's $2,000 price range in the market, competing with all the big high-end out there currently in the $1,500 to $3,000 range. This is one of the higher priced ones for that experience that they're giving you. We'll see what they got going on. We'll keep them in tune. So next, this was one of the big players that had one of the largest booths there at CES 2023 in Metaverse Square. This was pimax. Some people call it pimax, whatever you want to call it. It was very impressive. It had a wide resolution and it was crystal based. Now, they had a couple of different models there to show you. A lot of them were having issues because they're a new player, but they have been around for a while, but they had a couple of markets they were pushing for. We're going to start on the high-end Pro Series. Now, this consisted of a 12K QLED headset. 12K, imagine that. PC-compatible, ultra-high resolution, ultra-wide, 240-degree diagonal field of view, and a very high 42 ppd. That's using aspheric glance lenses, though that was beyond the highest resolution I've seen on a VR headset that really blew my mind. Everywhere you looked, there was no pixels. You could zoom in, you could look, you did not see any pixels on that as well. Now these are all using, most of them are using the Snapdragon XR2, Wi-Fi 6E, fast experience of course, DisplayPort connectors, so that was pretty interesting for that fast resolution adapter to your PC, etc. As for an additional price, you could also get a pass-through color view faceplate add-on, and this is to be released in 2023 Q4. That's at the end of the year, most likely around Christmas. This is when this will be coming out. Now the price range of this high pro series is going to be in the $2,400 for the Ultra Enthuse, for that high-end poof, you know, the ones that's got the cha-chinga, so we want to do that. Now we're going to dive over to the lower end of that into a game station / VR headset combo, also by Pimax. One of the things that we're trying to release here is they released Portal, a game-style Nintendo alternative console with VR capability. This QLED console 4K hybrid VR gaming system is an all-in-one device priced for the younger and more budget-friendly consumer, of course. Adding the device is a handheld device that can slide into a VR headset piece, allowing the controllers to connect to the VR handheld devices, basically your controllers, and the actual tablet slide into the VR, giving you that VR experience. When you're not playing in game mode, you're in VR mode. That is the unique VR headset experience on the go. That was pretty cool to see. This also comes with a Qualcomm XR2, 64-bit of course, 8 gigs of memory, as well as a 256G storage device in it itself. So that's pretty cool. 3800 resolution, Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6G, of course. That's the next one coming out. As well as a 4X tracking cameras, magnetic breakaway controllers, boom, and giving you the WiGig transmit capability. This is priced around $399 to $599 for the higher device, of course. But we are also looking at to come out at the end of this year, 2023. Right now, it is available on their website for pre-order, and you can do that now to be able to get one of the first units out there. The next one on the market was HTC, a name that we all know. That made a huge presence with their new Vive XR Elite. Now, why does that sound awesome? Well, it makes a huge comeback with a very unique style. These look like goggles versus a flat headset on your face. But with a pro comes the cons, of course, right? The Vive Elite is very unique. It's a very cool looking VR headset. It will definitely turn heads. This Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 processor is also pretty cool. This one only does a 1920 pixel, that's a 3840 resolution, so it's a little bit smaller side than the higher ends that we were just talking about. It also has a 60 OF inside-out tracking, 90 Hz refresh rate, 128 gigabytes plus 12 GB of RAM on that unit, so it's a very, very robust device. This uses the Wi-Fi 6 technology as well as the newer 6E upgraded technology for a faster throughput experience in your headset. It has 4X tracking sensor cameras as well as a 26.6 watts battery and hot swappable. Now they say the controllers have a 15-hour range on battery life, so we'll see if that's really the case. Also, your field of view IPD is going to be up to a 73 millimeter IPD for us to have wider eyes, of course. Price on this one's going to start about $1,099, $1,100 range. This also looking to come out at the end of Q4 2023. And now shifting over to this one. This one actually cracked me up because when I was walking up to the booth and I saw the name, it's called shiftall. But it was so funny because I read it as a sh-all, if you get my drift. I saw it on the one went LOL, WTF, what? Anyways, this company, definitely a cool company with the weirdest mouthpiece. Yes, a VR mouthpiece that I was like, WTF, shift, you know. It was one of those things, the mouthpiece we'll talk about in a few minutes here. This device also using the Snapdragon XR1 technology. Yeah, this has a 60 OF head tracking unit inside out. The display port and only using a USB 2.0, not a 3.0, so it's a little bit on the slower side. I know that they have an upgraded on the business side called the Mega Next Pro versus the Mega Next, which is just the more consumer. And the Mega Next Pro does have a USB-C connector on the device. Now these do a 72 millimeter IPD, that's on the range of the eyes. This is using the pancake lens technology, so it does give you that goggle feel, flat lens on it, and it has a 1.3 micro OLED 10-bit HDR display with a 2.5 pixel resolution, giving you about 100.7 billion HDR palette. Hey, that's pretty good palette right there. That's really, really cool. Now these are going to be priced at $16.99 on the Mega Next, and on the Mega Next Business, you're probably looking at about $2,000 USD. Now that's again for the higher product. Now shiftall brought to the table a lot of sensor trackers, because they want to give you the full VR experience. That's so when you have motion, you get full range of body tracking. These are called Haritora X devices, allowing a full body tracking motion, as well as a chest controller that snaps around you and distributes sensors across the entire vessel. And that's starting about a 270 USD as well. Now, going to what we talked about, one of the cool tracking controllers that these have is they have what's called the Flip VR technology controllers. What does that mean? Flip VR. So most controllers, we're holding them in a hand, like my hands are right here, right now. But when I want to pick something up in the real world, I gotta hold the controller with the other hand or put them on the ground, grab my drink, chug, 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 go back. These Flip VR controllers have a unique system where you flick your wrist and it flips the center part of the joystick out, giving you a feel where you don't have to let go of the controller, and allowing your fingers to then grasp a cup, a beverage, whatever remote, whatever you need to grab in the real world without leaving the controller out of your hand and keeping it in your hand at the same time. And then you flip it back, so it removes that station piece that allows you to then use your hand with a controller in hand. That's a pretty good technology, because a lot of us put our controllers down and we can't find our hands in the VR world, of course. Now, one of the weirdest things we did see, yet it was intriguing in technology, was MuTalk, allowing a mouthpiece guard that you insert inside your mouth with Bluetooth style hush technology, amplifying your voice in the metaverse for gaming. Very weird to look at, shoving this thing in your mouth, which has Bluetooth technology, so allowing you to do a whisper talk, amplifying your voice in the VR world. That's pretty cool, especially for those scenarios where you cannot be loud, maybe somebody's sleeping and so on. But it was weird to have this thing in your mouth, and I can imagine saliva and all of that happening. So now, outside of the headset category in the Metaverse Square at CES 2023, there was a lot more to offer, from the usual suspects, NVIDIA, Microsoft, haptics, and more, to some familiar faces in multicade with their new Atari licensing of products, as well as digital arcade pinball machines that many players enjoyed at the conference. Also coming out second, third quarter of this year. Atari being one of our favorites, with a new device with old classic style reinvented joysticks that are just gonna blow any retro nerd like myself, Gen X, gonna be drooling over, and some cool multicade smaller devices with some cool controllers like Galaga, Frogger, all Atari style titles, and I cannot wait for that. That, to me, I salivate at that. Throw my money at it. Let's do this. All right. So, if you were also in the mood to feel in the metaverse world, plenty of companies brought forth the sensors, the ones that you didn't know you needed, even though some unique ones that allow you to feel temperature in VR. Some of these haptic players and ex-haptic players were the ones that were out there that were really bringing forth a full backpack, a full vest, thin shirts, neck braces, knee braces, and all of that, and especially gloves, allowing you to feel the VR experience fully. I mean, imagine being able to turn on the radio and feeling the knob and hearing the music go up and down, as well as if a animal, a cat, moves by your leg, you can feel it purring as it's going by, and you can feel its fur. These technologies were off the hook. It was really cool to see and feel in VR. That's the next stage. Can't wait for that. It's going to be cool. A lot of these did not really have release dates yet because they were on prototype beta. So we are looking most likely Q4 2023 or Q1 2025. This is kind of what we're looking at, those sensors. We will have some more input on that as well. So in the end, what did we learn at CES 2023 and the influx of new virtual reality technology coming our way? That there is so much exciting, more to come, and plenty of room for anyone who is in the market, not only to purchase, but also to develop in the industry. This is the industry to watch, and this is the industry to invest in now. When the getting is good, jump on in, make that dollar, right? Or whatever kind of currency you're into. Let's do this. Again, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And for more content, definitely ring that bell and share it with your friends, colleagues, and frenemies. They will definitely like you and thank you. I'm Meta and I will see you on the next one. Peace. See ya.